Teachers are lucky because we get 2 new years. We get the beginning of a year and we get a calendar year. But just because we're halfway through the school year doesn't mean we can't make changes to become happier teachers. And in this video, I've got 4 areas that you should make as a teacher in 2023. If you're new here, I'm Rachel Vincent, and I love sharing ways to simplify your classroom and teaching. This video might be about making goals for 2023, but don't click away now because we're not making resolutions, because there are lots of problems with making New Year's resolutions. First of all, the word resolution just has a negative connotation with it. When you hear resolutions, you almost want to just roll your eyes, but that's why we're making goals and not resolutions. Another problem is when people decide to make a goal or resolution, they often make it way too broad. Like just saying I want to lose weight or I want to improve my instruction isn't specific enough, and there are lots of areas you can do that in and lots of ways you can do that, and so actually achieving that is harder because you're not specific enough. And sometimes we make unrealistic goals, like saying I'm never going to get to late to work in 2023. Well, that's just not going to be possible. What if you wake up late? What if there's traffic? And then as soon as you don't do it, you quit trying. And then the last problem with our goals is sometimes we make them unattainable. We say something like, I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 2 months, which we know that's just not possible. Or when it comes to teaching, we might say, I want to have all my students engaged in all of my lessons. Making it unattainable just is setting yourself up for failure. But don't feel bad, we've all done that before. We've all made goals that were too broad or unrealistic or just unattainable. So hit that like button if you are anything like me and you have made a resolution that you did not keep. So if you're wanting to make the second part of your year and even all of 2023 as a teacher a better year for yourself, then there are 4 areas that you should think about setting a goal in. An instructional goal, a relationship goal, a balance goal, and a non-instructional goal. So instructional goals can be anything from choosing a subject that you want to improve, or maybe working on your wait time when you ask questions, or maybe trying a new instructional strategy or multiple strategies. But remember, we don't want to make them too broad, so we need to make them more specific. So if you're thinking about a subject area you want to improve, I know for me, reading has been my focus this year, but reading has a lot in it. So if I just say, I'm going to improve my reading instruction, that can take a lot of time. So this year, my reading focus has been trying to incorporate the science of reading research into my 4th grade classroom. So the first half of the year was a lot about the 6 types of syllables, and we are now working on morphology and different roots and prefixes and suffixes. But this second half of the year, I really want to focus on vocabulary. So I know that that is going to be my focus as far as my instructional goal for the rest of the school year. When a PD becomes available, or you get all the emails from your administration and district of all these different things you can attend, and of course we need to attend them for several reasons. We're required to. We have to keep our certificate up to date, and it's just good practice to constantly be improving your teaching. I know, since my goal is vocabulary, if a math PD comes through that sounds interesting or something else, I know I can say no to that because I know my focus is vocabulary. This helps me in lots of ways. It keeps me from stretching myself too thin and having all these different areas I'm trying to improve. Plus, it also saves me time and allows me to only be able to say yes to the things that I truly want to work on. The second area that we want to make a goal in is relationships. What relationships do you want to work on in the second half of the school year? Is it relationships with your students, with your coworkers, with your parents? And remember, we want to be specific. So do you want to work on communicating with your parents more? Do you want to send 3 positive notes home? Do you want to once a week leave a little gift or note in a coworker's mailbox? Do you want to try the 2x10 rule with a student that is struggling in your class? The 2x10 rule is when you spend 2 minutes a day for 10 days in a row with a student who maybe struggles behaviorally, and you are only talking about things that they're interested in for those 2 minutes and positive things so that they're getting that positive attention from you without always having that negative attention. So just thinking about the areas that you want to improve as far as relationships go. The next area is a balance goal. We are always trying as teachers to have a better work-life balance because we know that teaching takes so much of our energy. And so creating a balance goal will allow you to sort of protect that energy a little more and find a better balance between your teaching life and your home life. So maybe you want to make the goal of only staying late once a week, or committing to a time that you're going to leave every day at this time no matter what. Maybe it's something like not taking work home over the weekend or in the evenings, or if you feel like you just can't get ahead without doing that, maybe just committing to one weekend a month that you don't take anything home and you take it completely off of schoolwork. In order to be happy teachers, able to give all that we can give to our students, we have to be better at finding balance in our lives. Non-instructional goals really can encompass anything else that you do in the classroom. Maybe it's something of wanting to not respond to emails after your contract hours. Or maybe it's taking attendance on time 3 out of 5 days. Remember, we want to make the goals attainable, so don't say you're going to do it every day if you know you struggle in that area. Set yourself up for success. Maybe it's something as simple as cleaning off your desk at the end of each day. Now, making goals is the easy part. How do we actually achieve those goals? So the first one is really easy. Just write them down. Research says that just writing a goal down makes you more likely to achieve that goal. So let me know in the comments below, what are your 4 goals this year so that I can cheer you on. But don't just leave them down in the comments. Put them somewhere where you are going to see them every day to remind yourself. Another great way to help you achieve those goals is to attach it to a habit that you already do. So one of the things that I want to do as far as relationship goes is just send more positive notes home. So every Monday I send out a weekly email to my parents, and I already have that habit. I already know that I'm doing it. So now I'm going to, after I finish sending that email, go ahead and write my 3 positive notes so that each week I am sending home 3 positive notes, but also I know I'm going to remember to do it because I'm attaching it to a habit that I already do. Or simply just set yourself a reminder. I do that all the time. Set a little alarm on my phone to remind myself to take attendance, or hey, it's time to go home. Whatever your goal is, set yourself reminders, post it in front of you so that you can see it every day so that you can achieve those goals. Now that you have some goals set for yourself to carry you through the rest of the year, how can you help your students set some goals? The video that's on your screen walks you through the process I use to help students set up goals.